Hashtag Pakasa7, that is the biggest conversation that will be happening this week. It is happening this Saturday at the Kampala Auditorium. It's about entrepreneurship in this job market of ours, which we all are familiar with. You know that the only conversation you need to be having is a conversation about creating jobs and taking advantage of opportunities. And here at Hashtag, we are lucky to be having an entrepreneur on the show who is talking about reading, but he's also an entrepreneur. So I'll start by just asking about your experience as an entrepreneur in Uganda. You've done entrepreneurship not just in Uganda, but also in other countries. What's your journey been like? And for somebody who's watching the show and thinking of joining business, what would you be your 1 or 2 tips for them?
Well, as an entrepreneur, I would briefly say you must be able to, your cardinal role is provide a solution. You're creating something, you provide a solution, make the world a better place. But even in as much as we have so many ideas, and everyone has an idea or a dream, yes, we do have rights to chase our dreams, but how viable is your dream? How applicable is your dream? Can it make you money? Can it make the world a better place? You should always ask yourself these questions. Have you done enough studying? Have you researched your idea before you scale it out or you share it out? Have you seen what other people are doing? What's your competition like? How, can you engage yourself in comparison to the rest of the community you live in? So if you can achieve that quite conveniently, I think you should be able to proceed.
All right.
Yes.
So those are some of the conversations and the questions we'll be answering at the Pakasa Forum this Saturday at the Kampala Parents Auditorium. It'll be live on Urban TV. It will be live on air and online using that hashtag Pakasa7, and we will be more than happy to exchange those conversations with you. So make sure you join that conversation. Now, very quickly, let's come back to Turn the Page, which is the story that we are actually sharing today. So this is the online store, right?
Yes, sir.
And I must say it looks very beautiful.
Thank you.
So you can just run through it, and we'll start with the categories. Like you said, it's African literature, but what inside there can I expect to find?
Well, if you visited our store and checked out the categories of what's in the shop, you'd be able to see a range of titles that we've started with that fall in various categories, such as fiction, autobiographical works or memoirs, poetry. We have a special category for ebooks because the future is in the palm of our hands. It is the future is Yes. You will find inspirational works. Okay. You will find a couple of works on Christian literature. Yes, and a range of others.
To tell us the most popular categories or even the most popular books or authors?
The ones you have on the store?
Yeah.
Yes, I can tell you there's a couple of books that people make noise about. For example, this has sold out as I speak right now, Crisis What Crisis. It's a collection of Gado's cartoons in all the papers he has published for.
Definitely trending.
Yes, Chintu is doing well. There's a book called Akelo by Abigail Arunga, a collection of an anthology of poems. Yes, it's doing quite well.
Okay.
Yes, the Kwani series. Kwani, the Kenyan publishers have a series, the anthologies they publish every year. Yes, right now we have available 06, 07, and 08 because the others are not in print, and those are selling quite well.
Where is the highest traffic? Most of your customers are coming from which countries?
Well, because I'm based in Kampala, most of the people who know it are in Kampala, but my friends from across the board know about it. For example, there are people in Pittsburgh who have books from Turn the Page. I sent books to Rwanda the other day. Kampalans about books. Everyone in Jinja, in Imbara, in Kitgum, in Gulu know about Turn the Page.
All right.
Yes.
Now we talked about the book club. Let's talk about a bit about the reviews. That's
yes.
something that's very key for the reading culture.
Yes. One other way of interesting readers is through reviews because they want to know what's this book about. Why should I find it so special to spend my money on it? And review will basically takes you through the course of the book, the plot, the characters, how the story is connected. And right now I can tell you, if you visit there, you'll find nothing. Yes, true, but that shouldn't worry you because I'm in conversation with a Nigerian entity, Wawa Book Review, and very soon, because if they take if they consider us, they will provide reviews for books that we have on the store and other books that they have reviewed, which will be available through here.
How easy has it been? Because so many people have been, one of the challenges they keep talking about when you're talking about e-commerce for Uganda is the payment options. How easy was it to get all these various payment options? And also the delivery. We do not have plot numbers and streets and all that. So for you, how have you
manage to go about this?
Well, I can tell you two things. One, e-commerce, especially for Uganda, is the way to go. Like you said, the future is E.
Yeah.
Everyone will be in the comfort of their homes or offices, and goods should be coming to them. And to efficiently use e-commerce, you must solve at least two major challenges: that of marketing and that of distribution. And I think we are trying marketing through mostly social media, and will be interacting with other platforms or avenues in the future, maybe radio or TV, whichever will work best for us. And of course, events, be it poetry recital, spoken word event, you will hear about us one way or the other. Then distribution, we do deliver books. We have delivered a couple of books to a couple of people in this city of ours. Now, Kampala has a challenge that we take for granted. Our streets are not named as well as we wish they could, or other towns are. There's some streets are not named. We don't have the particular coordinates to the last point where you can meet a person. And if you notice, if you try to order, let's say, food, there are places beyond which you can't get a delivery. For example, beyond Chireka, you can't get food. You'd have either to come to Chireka or forget about the food. But we will still get to your door. So what we've done, for us as individuals, we will track the code or follow up with the person who made a purchase, and we deliver to them. However, we have partnered with an international shipping company that can deliver books anywhere in the world. Yes, so where we can't, they come in for us.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds very exciting, and that's a whole conversation we can have about e-commerce in Uganda and what is happening in that particular direction. But please share with us your thoughts on this particular conversation, whether you'd like to talk about reading or entrepreneurship or e-commerce. Tell us what you think about this particular conversation we're having about turning the page Uganda. And you can do that on Urban TV Uganda on Twitter, UrbanTV.tg on Facebook. You can do that on Alex Twino's social media accounts, which we'll be showing you, or at Dan Mumbere, and tell us about that particular one. Douglas, right now I'd like to see what people are talking about hashtag Pakasa7, because I'd like then to get to engage again Alex on that particular conversation, because like I said, it's the only conversation we're really very excited about this particular week. Entrepreneurship and hashtag Pakasa7. So many speakers, experienced speakers, entrepreneurs sharing their stories with us and telling us how they've been able to make it. Of course, Alex has shared with us his story today, and you can join that conversation online, Pakasa7, or on air at Urban TV this Saturday. It will be live. So here we have people that are already engaged on that particular conversation. We have Katsime Patricia saying, question, why would you recommend someone to start a social business? Do you want to take that one?
Myself?
Yeah. Social business?
Social business in the sense of...
social entrepreneurs. This is something that it's a term that I keep hearing about. Who are the social... Are you a social entrepreneur?
Well, that's why I'm asking. I would like more detail on that, but I would encourage anyone to start anything they're comfortable starting.
Yeah.
As long as, like I said, have done their studying, done their homework, have found out if it will be helpful enough, not only to themselves, but a range of other people. If it will be viable, can it be sustainable for the future? Can it be, could they be creative enough with it such that they keeping up with the times as the socio-economic setup changes?
I think the way I see social entrepreneurship is really entrepreneurs doing a lot of PR and trying to ensure that people do not view them as the bad guys or the wicked guys because they are profiting. But like you said, while the foundation is providing a solution, it is also not, we cannot run away from the fact that so many people view entrepreneurs and look at the income inequality gap and increasingly look at the entrepreneurs as the bad guys, and then the people who are being served as the good guys. But do you feel this way? Do you feel like you need to explain yourselves to people and say, no, look here, I'm the good guy here?
Oh, well, I believe it depends on why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
If the very first reason for doing whatever you do shouldn't be to make a profit.
Okay.
Yes, there's a profit to be made, but it shouldn't be make a profit. Like, personally, I don't do what I do for the profit. I do it because I think I'm a prophet. I have something I need to offer. That shouldn't be the reason why I should go into business. And entrepreneurs are not bad guys at all, not at all.
So like I said, the internet and this show is about conversations. So the conversations we're having are about Pakasa, that is entrepreneurship. We're having a conversation about Turn the Page, which is about reading and African literature. and of course a conversation about Mr. Alex Tuna himself. So please keep those conversations going online at Urban TV Uganda, urban.tv.ug on Facebook, at Dan Mumbere, and of course you can also keep the conversations going at TTP Africa on Twitter. That's the Twitter account for Turn the Page, and Turn the Page Africa, that's on Facebook. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And I will look forward to engaging with you online and being part of this very amazing story.
Thank you very much.